In the heart of Los Angeles, a karaoke bar full of regulars finds its night disrupted by a mysterious figure, his face hidden, but his voice unmistakable. As he takes the stage, the crowd can't help but wonder, is this just another karaoke enthusiast, or could it be a world-famous star in disguise? One unforgettable performance sets the stage for a night of mystery, laughter, and a question that no one can stop asking. Who is he really? Where are you watching from? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and please complete our 1,000 subscribers for more inspiring stories. On a typical Sunday night in the heart of Los Angeles, a karaoke bar stood like any other. Its neon lights flickering, a mix of deep conversations, laughter, and the occasional off-key singing filling the air. The usual crowd was present. The tired office workers, the locals who never missed a karaoke night, and the occasional tourist passing through. But tonight, something unusual was about to happen. The front door of the bar creaked open, and in stepped a figure cloaked in mystery. A man dressed in casual clothes but with a wide-brimmed hat pulled low over his face. His movements were deliberate, almost like he was trying to avoid attention, but at the same time he seemed oddly comfortable as he strolled past the bar's regular patrons. His face was hidden beneath a mask, but his posture, confident, relaxed, betrayed his calm exterior. The bartender, catching sight of the man, squinted as if trying to place him. Something about his walk, his energy, his demeanor felt oddly familiar, yet impossible to pinpoint. Maybe it was the way he moved, like a man who had been on stage countless times. Or maybe it was his aura, effortlessly cool, effortlessly famous. The man chose a seat at the far end of the bar, far from the action. He wasn't there for the attention. At least, not yet. As the evening rolled on, the usual karaoke antics played out. People took turns, singing everything from classic rock ballads to pop hits. The night was young, and the drinks were flowing. But when the host grabbed the mic and announced, "All right, folks, who's next for a song?" the masked man stood up. A ripple of curiosity passed through the room. Was it possible? Could it be him? Could he be... "Who's up next?" the bartender called, but his eyes were already on the man, a mix of confusion and suspicion in his gaze. The masked man strode confidently toward the karaoke stage. The room fell silent. He grabbed the mic with ease, and without missing a beat, the opening chords of a smooth, funky song played through the speakers. As he began to sing, the crowd could do nothing but listen, slack-jawed. His voice was rich, soulful, and smooth, almost as if it had been specifically made to melt into the music. Every note rang with the kind of precision and ease only a true star could pull off. He hit every high note effortlessly, the kind of voice that could fill stadiums, the kind that could make the crowd forget they were in a small, dimly lit bar. As the song progressed, the crowd's disbelief shifted to awe. This wasn't just any karaoke performance. This was something special. Someone from the back of the room shouted, "Who is that guy?" "He's amazing." A few heads turned, and the whispers began. Is that really him?" someone asked. "It couldn't be." The man finished the song with a flourish, and the crowd erupted into applause. The mystery remained. His mask remained firmly in place, his identity still a question mark. "You were incredible," someone shouted. "Yeah, but who are you?" another voice asked, more urgently now. The masked man merely shrugged and smiled. "I'm just here to have some fun," he said, but his voice held a trace of something more, a familiar hint perhaps, but no one could be sure. Before the crowd could press any further, someone yelled from the back, "Is that Bruno Mars?" The masked man froze for just a moment, but it was enough for everyone to notice. The room held its breath. Then with a grin he replied, "Who knows?" And just like that, he was back to enjoying his drink, leaving the crowd buzzing with confusion and excitement. The night, it seemed, was just getting started. The applause began to fade as the masked man leaned back into his seat, taking a casual sip of his drink. His eyes, still hidden beneath the brim of his hat, twinkled with an amused glint. The crowd, still unsure of what had just happened, whispered among themselves. They'd never experienced anything like this before. He had captured their attention, no doubt. And even though they couldn't figure out who he was, they were hooked. Everyone wanted to know more. The bartender, still wiping glasses behind the counter, couldn't shake the feeling that he knew this man. Maybe it was the way he carried himself, or the fact that he'd been able to perform on a level so far beyond what any regular karaoke contestant could muster. Something about his voice, his presence. It was just too polished, too professional. All right, someone called from the crowd. I'm not going to let you leave until you tell us who you are. They were joking, but the desire to know was palpable. The masked man just smiled but didn't give in. You're a professional, aren't you? The bartender asked, looking at him with a knowing expression. The masked man simply shrugged, a playful smirk on his lips. I'm just a guy who likes to sing, he said, his tone light and breezy, as though it were the most casual thing in the world. But the room wasn't buying it. The longer he kept the mystery alive, the more the tension grew. Who was he really? As the karaoke host began to prepare the next song, the crowd's anticipation reached a fever pitch. People were pulling out their phones, trying to search for clues. Was he a celebrity? Could it be someone famous hiding in plain sight? Is that really you, Bruno? Someone dared to ask, their voice tentative but filled with hope. For a moment, the man hesitated. His fingers tightened slightly around the mic, and then he looked directly into the crowd, his grin widening. Maybe it is, he said with a wink, and then, as quickly as he'd appeared, he launched into another song. The crowd gasped, and the mystery deepened. As the night progressed, the masked man became an enigma. He kept the audience at arm's length, never revealing too much, yet giving just enough to keep them on edge. The whispers never stopped. Some were convinced he was a celebrity in disguise, while others debated it was just a talented impersonator. But one thing was certain. He was having the time of his life. A few brave souls tried to approach him. Come on, man, we know it's you. You can't hide that voice, one guy joked, nudging his friend. But the man just laughed, enjoying the banter. Whoever I am, I'm just here for the fun, he said, raising his drink in a toast. But hey, it's nice to be appreciated. Despite his playful demeanor, everyone knew there was more to the story. Who was he really? What was he doing in this karaoke bar surrounded by regular folks like them? The karaoke host, growing increasingly intrigued, finally approached him. You've got the crowd in the palm of your hand. Why don't you tell us your secret? He asked, grinning. The masked man looked up, his eyes glinting mischievously. My secret, huh? Well, it's no secret that I'm having a blast. But sometimes it's fun to keep people guessing. Keeps things interesting, you know? With that, he finished his drink and stood up. The room grew quiet, as if everyone was bracing for what would come next. Was he about to reveal his true identity? Would the night end with a grand twist? Or was he simply going to disappear into the night, leaving everyone to wonder forever? The man moved toward the stage, one last time, his steps slow and deliberate. The crowd watched, breath held, as he prepared to take the mic once more. Everyone knew this moment would define the night. Would he reveal himself? Would he make it clear once and for all? He raised the mic to his lips, but before he could speak, a loud voice from the back shouted, "It's him! It's really him!" The crowd erupted in cheers, but the man just stood there, smiling, almost as if he were in on the joke. For a split second, everyone thought he might give in, take off the mask, and confirm the rumors. But instead, he leaned into the mic, his voice clear and smooth as ever. Maybe it's me, maybe it's not. But tonight, I'm just another guy singing karaoke with all of you. And with that, he launched into one last song, leaving everyone to wonder if they had just witnessed the most epic celebrity stunt of the year, or if they'd simply been part of one unforgettable karaoke night. Thank you for watching till the end video. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, don't hesitate to like the video and share it with your friends too. Subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell for more fascinating stories.